We often hear that children are struggling with writing, drawing, or cutting skills. At the same time, we also see other set of children who are so good with their handwriting that we often compare their handwriting with beads. And they are so good with their artwork also. In both the instances, you must have heard people using this term fine motor skills. So what are fine motor skills? In today's video, me Sheetal Sanghvi, child parent teenage counselor and a certified art-based practitioner will tell you that what are fine motor skills, how they are important in your child's life, and if there is any lag with regards to fine motor skills, how can you identify? Also, what sort of activities you as a parent or educator can do to enhance the fine motor skill of the children around you. So fine motor skills are using the small muscles of the body to do various kind of movements. Example, your fingers, your wrist, and generally children rely on these skills for their academics and their day-to-day activities. Typically, fine motor skills come naturally to any person, but they are more complex in nature as compared to gross motor skills. So when we talk about physical development, they can be categorized into gross motor and fine motor. Gross is something like jumping, hopping, running. Now, when we talk about any child, fine motor skills can be divided into three categories. First is academics. Use of pencil to draw anything, writing, to make any complex kind of diagrams. Of course, at a later age, they start using pen. Second is cutting. Even that comes under craft activities. Some are very good at cutting work and some are not. Then after academics is the play activity. When your children are playing with blocks, they need fine motor skills. When they are playing with complex puzzles, then also. And third is the day-to-day life activities, wherein we can include hygiene, brushing, and eating. In eating, the child should be able to use the spoon and the forks in an appropriate manner, opening and closing of the tiffin box. When we talk about brushing, holding the toothbrush in an appropriate manner. They should know how to comb the hair, toileting. These all comes under hygiene part. And the dressing activities. For example, putting the shoelace, tying the belt, buttoning, unbuttoning the clothes. If there is a zip, how they can open the zip, close the zip. So typically, all these activities which are including academics and daily activities, they fall under fine motor skills. It's very interesting to know that a baby as small as 2 or 3 months shows inclination towards fine motor skills. You see these chotu babies holding your fingers very tightly? Next is we start introducing rattles to the children. Then you will see that the child is showing interest in holding so many different type of objects even when he is lying down. Gradually you will see the child is transferring the object from one hand to the other. Tummy time is an excellent medium to enhance the fine motor of your infants. How to do it, what are the benefits, we will see in some other video. Now when your child starts sitting up, again you can do so many activities under your supervision. For example, you can take so many cloths, different textures and put it under the pillow and let the child pull out one by one. As and when your child is growing up, you can introduce coin piggy bank and let a child put the coins inside the piggy bank. Paper tearing. Your children will love to tear the paper if you give it to them. Sorting. Any kind of sorting. It can be any games or it can be small materials or it can be simply picking up ingredients from your kitchen like different type of pastas, noodles. The next is giving them crayons. So in crayons also you need not give them the actual crayons. There are special crayons which are for toddlers, which I will be telling you in an age appropriate toys. I will show you how the crayons look like. Allow them to do a lot of scribbling. Then we can also encourage children to eat on their own, especially when they are 1 year old. Don't spoon feed them. Give them a lot of finger foods so that their fine motor skills are constantly developing. Give them a lot of materials which are zips, which has buttons so that they can open it, shut it. The pins, the pegs which are used for hanging clothes, even they are an excellent medium to enhance the fine motor of your children. Now, as and when your child is growing up, say your child is crossing 6 years of age, you will tell me that the child will get bored of these activities. So then what? Then you have to encourage your child to play a lot of puzzles. You need to introduce a lot of board games to your child. And if they are too much into mobile, you can encourage your child to learn coding. That's also a beautiful medium of fine motor. Those children who like to be in kitchen, we can introduce them cooking or baking. So as and when the child is growing up, the activities also can become more complex and they can be engaged and their muscles keep on developing and they keep on enhancing as and when their age progresses. So by the time your child is around 6 years of age, your child should have excellent eye-hand coordination. They should know how to do household activities like mopping, sweeping. I'm not saying about the interest level, but they should know how to hold the things correctly. They should be able to use pencil and pens in an appropriate manner and should know how to make complex shapes and pictures. Also, they should know to eat in a proper manner, especially using all the cutlery items like fork and spoons. And they should know how to dress up themselves in an independent manner. Totally. That is right from wearing the clothes, buttoning the clothes, tying the shoelace, tying the laces, wearing the earrings. All these come under fine motor skills. How do you come to know if a child has some difficulties with fine motor skills at a glance? Whatever activities I just mentioned, they show avoidance toward it right from the age of 4 years, or they have very fiddly fingers. Next is if your child is running away from any kind of sitting activity and is just interested in physical activities. Third is when your child is involved too much into passive activities and he doesn't like when you tell him that, okay, come, it's time to draw something, it's time to scribble, it's time to paint, it's time to do some puzzles, do some board games, and they are not just interested. Fourth is they become very bossy all of a sudden. So when your child is expected to say draw certain thing, color certain thing, or in older children if they are expected to do something complex with regards to pencil or a pen, and they often tell you again and again that mama, you do it for me, I'm not going to do it. Or they may tell their friend that, oh, please do this for me, I don't want to do it. Next is they show reluctance to use any kind of daily activities. So for example, they know how to do the process of brushing the teeth. They know it, but they find it very difficult to hold that toothbrush in the correct manner. Even after trying hard, they are not able to comb their hair in the perfect manner. And of course, they have challenges in dressing up their own selves. So when you see all these things together, then we can say that the child might have difficulty with fine motor. Force our children at the age of 3 to hold that pencil, but we don't pay attention to the process which is involved in holding that pencil. Then you expect your 4-year-old child to write a lot of things. You expect your 5-year-old child to write it in speed. And when your 6 or a 7-year-old child comes to us with a complaint that my child is not able to write because there is a pain in his hand, elbow or wrist, it is very, very obvious. So my appeal to all of you is that before giving your chotus those pencils, think about the entire process of strengthening their fine muscles. Fine motor is not just needed in academics or kind of develop good handwriting, but it is needed otherwise also. Even in our day-to-day life, when we are into any profession you observe, we do need fine motor skills. So now you know what are fine motor skills and how you can develop your child's fine motor activities My appeal to you is that do more and more activities with your children. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, press on the like button, pour in a lot of comments, and please share it to your friends. Thank you so much. Stay home, stay safe. Bye-bye.